tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the
anarchy loans.
So this is, from the point of view of that professor, the situation that Nigerians are at now is not about whether APC is performing or not. This is not about performance anymore. It's like there is no government in Nigeria from all levels, and it is true. You see, they say the responsibility of government, okay, is to secure lives and properties, as well as the welfare of the people. Security and welfare. Welfare has to do with your well-being. You have a job, and can your job, can your take-home pay actually take you home? All of this, then you have a family, healthy family, where you are able to kind of, but you meant all of this are missing. Then you have a desperate population. You have desperate citizens, where the situation has gone from, the situation of insecurity has gone from you traveling and getting kidnapped or getting attacked or robbed to them coming to a whole village, killing and kidnapping just like as they wish. Then coming into your homes. I'm talking about in the city now. Coming into your homes, including Abuja. That's not a sign that you have government. And he is right. But as it is right now, the situation is the same from, everywhere. Desperation. People are desperate. And he is also right. Majority of them will never go after the politicians, because the politicians themselves know what they have done. So therefore, they have fortified themselves with the best of, let's say the best of their security. So you can't go to them to take your pound of flesh. You would have to go to your neighbor. You would have to target few one among yourselves. Those abroad. Online right now, you see kidnappers online. You will be targeting yourselves for survival. And when you get to that stage, I remember when somebody said that, Shebi, they are asking you to discuss Nigeria now. We'll break them up. That the level at which these guys are going, when they are done, they will make it easier for criminal gangs, terrorist group. They will make it more easier for them to recruit the desperate people into their different schemes. Targeting vulnerable people, me and you. And then one day, they would actually have enough arms and weapons to own territories. It is already happening, but they are hiding it from Nigerians. They are hiding it from you. In Nigeria today, there are areas that they called ungoverned area. Baba, in Nigeria, ungoverned area, local governments. Half of northern Nigeria today, and I'm not even making this up, half of northern Nigeria today, that big map, half of it is occupied, ravaged by different kind of terror groups. And half of that, they have been completely abandoned. They have been the people there. When I say that ungoverned area, I'm not talking about farms. I'm talking about communities, local government areas. Where Nigeria has abandoned the Nigerians there. And majority of them are now paying taxes to Boko Haram, to ISWAP, and to Fulani terrorists. True story. And Nigerian government reported them as ungoverned area. When you go to Kirby, when you go to Niger, when you go to Borno, when you go to even Kaduna, when you go to have I mentioned Kebbi, Yobe, then start coming to the Middle Belt as well. In Kwara State, there is ungoverned area in Kwara. So that area, don't go there. So who told you that in another 2-3 years, when this shege enter all of now, we won't have all the warlord in the south that will now say, Alaye from Ore to Ijebu-Ode, Akilapa no control it. You need a passport to pass. They don't burn any Nigerian army or police to pass. Even Nigerian army and police will be telling you, we know they pass Ore. Anything from Ore to Benin to Ugeli, because those areas are controlled by some very powerful warlord. They will give them different name. All of you waited that area that is against the peaceful, negotiated breakup of Nigeria. This is a union that is not in our interest. Our children will be trapped in it. All of you, they disagree now, Abi. By the time these guys are done, una go end up in uncontrolled territory under the different warlord, and they will give you name. Whatever name they call you then will be your new country. That is where Nigeria is going. That is where Nigeria is going. The Nigeria military, the Nigeria police, who are supposed to maintain internal and external security for Nigeria, they have been used internally to commit ethnic cleansing, genocide. These guys are shielding Islamic terrorists, Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, and they are hunting down everyone that speaks out from other part of Nigeria. Baba, and you think one day you won't wake up and they will tell you that, what is that guy's name in Edo? What is that Edo thug name? Hey, why are you talking question salo for me, man? That guy, Oshiomole guy, help me. Hey, what's salo again? Kabaka, God bless you. Do you know that there's something about all of you on in this temple? You are like my Google. Do you know that? But I kind of miss my line, and I say like, I don't know. You just kind of you will supply me. See how many people don't tell me the name. About 200 people. God bless you, Kabaka. Warlord Kabaka. Maybe the one that will now be controlling Benin, controlling everywhere in that axis. I don't know why I'm using that area, okay? Because the likes of MC Olueron and the rest of them, right? Because they are already like enjoying this free life. There will be some new warlord that will chase them out of Lagos, Southwest, and the rest. Uncle, my barricade everywhere, because everybody is kind of, there is more gun in Nigeria than food. Or there is more guns in Nigeria than people. They say you have 200 million people, Abi. Probably you have 300 million guns. Yeah. And other weapons that you probably don't know. Who would have imagined that Fulani terrorists or ISWAP, they have what was that called? Surface to heart rocket launcher. Yeah, they shot down Nigerian. They shot down about 2 or 3 fighter jets in Nigeria. They stole the weapon from Nigerian army. Then, at a point, Nigeria had to go and pay them $5 million. How many of you remember that? When they said that Bokwari cannot fly to Daura because they suspected that Fulani terrorists, Abi Swap or so, that they are in possession of this rocket launcher or something that they said could bring down a passenger jet or a military jet, that they had to go and make a deal to buy it back. They stole it from Nigeria. They bought it back from them. $5 million under Bokwari. How many of you remember that? Okay. The terrorists are so strong in northern Nigeria that Nigeria has sort of forfeited some areas, including the people there. They forfeited them to the terrorists to be managing. Nobody's going there to say they want to go and raise or rescue Nigerians in the territory of Boko Haram. So that's what they return Nigeria to. But just give it time. If you let them. Even though I don't think we will let them. Okay. I mean, Tifnubu just pushed this national anthem, the old national anthem. And that has been generating discourse everywhere. But again, I found that I was right. You see this whole shenanigan, it is just to massage the ego of Kolu, okay? And everyone that speaks in support of it is either deluded or is in on it, all right? But none of it is legal. So with a stroke of pen, another person can come and just write it off and get rid of it. Because it was shabbily done just to massage his ego. Okay? However, there is video of children, school children, they said, we're singing that today. So I want to share that with you.
The national anthem after the count of 2. 1, 2. Again, 9.
I don't know if you probably heard that, but this is how we were socially conditioned from young age. Remember? That is why I decided to actually share that video. Right now, those innocent children, millions of them, right, are being taught this. Okay? And these children, they will be given materials that will tell them Tifnumbu is this, Tifnumbu is that, and they will ingrain that in their brains. Okay? And just like that, every other thing they want to kind of put into us, that was how they did it. We were just there singing. We didn't know what we were singing. Arise, O compassion. Everyone sang it, didn't you? I mean, did you know? We didn't know what we were singing until we started kind of like them paying attention. Then we started growing up and we started comparing what we were singing with the reality of Nigeria. And we started asking questions. And then we discovered that we have been lied to. Some people are quickly like they reformatted. Others are like, no, they didn't lie to us. No. This country is kineko because it is so hard for them, right, to believe that everything they believed in their lives, all their lives, about Nigeria is a lie. No, everything is not a lie. No. Don't talk like that. Let me tell you something. Yes, we have our problem is bad leadership. Our problem is because they are finding it difficult, okay, to accept it and drop it and say, oh, I have actually been lied to. Why am I actually defending this? None of this make any sense, except the fact that they are saying, just take it. It doesn't make sense, but just take it. Quota system. What's that? It doesn't make sense. Just take it. Take it. Eh? And so many abnormalities that they are like, just one Nigeria. No, there's no one Nigeria. Just take it. There is one. We are all one. No, we are not. Just accept that we are one. Come on. For peace sake, just say we are one. Okay, we are one. Good boy. Come on. Good Nigerian. You know? But you will get there. Okay, you get there. And by the time you get there, you will be so angry. You will be so angry at Nigeria. Okay? By the time you get to that stage, for now, you are still living in denial. You know, they say there is 4 or 5 stages of grief. One of them is denial stage, then acceptance. You are going to get to that stage. When you get to the stage of acceptance, I say, I'm so like, I have seen people who have said, oh, it's so hard for me to now, I can't believe that I'm agreeing with Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, you will reach that stage. Nigeria will break you. Nigeria will disappoint you. Nigeria will break down your imaginary confidence. All right? And at the end of the day, everything that is true that you have been told and you are denying, you are ignoring, they will begin to ring bells in your ear, like, and then that's the moment of acceptance. You may even cry. Oh, I can't believe that 45 years of my life, I will defend Nigeria everywhere. I took a bullet for Nigeria, even you as a soldier. 50 years. I can't believe I've been lied to. I've been made to try to accept something that is substanceless. There's no substance. There's nothing, is that this whole one Nigeria or thing is built on. Nothing. It is just a promissory note. Once I say I like you, that's all we need. But that is not all we need. You know, I love you is not, it's not just a word. You know that? Oh, I love you. It's not just a word. Okay? So therefore, when you say, I want to, it has to have some substance. There must be substance. Yeah, I've seen people who have said that. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria is a zoo indeed. I can't believe, because Nigeria will break you to that point. They'll be like, you can't contribute this. And you remember those who have told you to stop living that lie. Now they delay us. All of now will be say you are not sure. Shake making Nigeria break. Nigeria is all my childhood memory. Baba Kosi childhood memory. When your life, your lineage have become endangered species in a contraption, in a place that was supposed to be your country, home. But do you see what they have turned it into? So if you cannot get rid of them and put in place a system that actually works for you, you are no different from living in a slave camp. And that is very sad. The unfairness, the the unjust system also have their own consequences. So today, May 30, 2024, is the 54th year of the end of the genocidal war that Yakubu Gowon, Go lost. Somebody said I should call him Go lost. It doesn't really matter. A genocidist called Go lost, right, decided to renege on a gentleman agreement that could have, saved lives of millions of people slaughtered in 3 years. Then they did everything to remove that from the history of Nigeria. These were things that were supposed to be taught in schools. Look at what happened in Rwanda. Yeah, in Rwanda, which all of you are historians about today. You've seen movies about Rwanda. In Rwanda, the story of the story of what happened and all of that is ingrained in the mind of the people, right? And in their schools, they teach their children, and they told them they cannot call themselves Hutus or Tutsis or anything at all except Rwandans. They make it a state law. Any politician that ever pushes the line of tribal ethnic thing in in Rwanda, it is life in jail. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are. Life in jail. Because to them, what happened in Rwanda must never happen again, ever. The only way to make sure it never happens again is, number one, all those responsible for that killings were hunted and punished, except one, which kind of turned it around and then ended the war. He is their president today. He was former warlord participating in the killings. But guess what? They turned it around and he became the face of it. But inside that, it became the symbol of, listen, if we want to move on, you will not be Hutu, you will not be Tutsi. That is Rwanda. But guess what? They keep teaching their children about it. You cannot, as a Rwandan, make a joke about the Rwandan war. You will go to jail. And they are very strict about it. Right? In Nigeria, over 5 million people died. Not died because of, the bombing alone. No. Majority of them died because of starvation, a war crime. You cannot deny food to the civilians in a war zone. They are to be protected. But it was deployed and millions of women, children, men, younger died. The Biafran war that they didn't tell you at a point, the children of Biafra, after the war, they were shipping them all over the world to different countries, right, that were ready to adopt them and take them in. Many of them never returned. Yes, that was actually to let you know that the war, the genocide that happened in Nigeria between 1967 and 1970 it's not limited to Nigeria. There were a few African countries that they had to ship children who have lost their parents. Yeah, you didn't know that because they didn't allow you to learn that this joke about Yoruba versus Igbo, we will show them again, we will kill them, we will push them in the lagoon. These were inflammatory statements coming from people who saw that those who committed genocide against the Igbos, they were never punished. So everyone feels like they could do it. And that automatically makes the Igbos, right, defensive. Until now that they have gone offensive. The Igbos are mostly defensive all this while, trying to say, no, No, that's not what happened. That's not, now they are no longer defensive. They are now on offensive, which means give it to us, we'll give it to you. And that seems to be triggering a lot of the children of the descendant of genocidists in Nigeria. Because listen to this, most of the people who are non-Igbos today, who are in their 70s, 80s, or 60s, late 60s, 70s today, they were the children during the war. They were the ones who were told that killing the Igbos in eastern Nigeria was to keep Nigeria warm.